Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love. And I'm your host, Franca. On the show with me today, I have Jacinta for the first time. I think Jacinta and Chente on a Monday. So I have Jacinta Powell with me on the show and Chente Okoli. Let me leave you first. Chente, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm doing good.
Always smiling, always smiling, just always happy. How are you?
Sorry, please. I didn't hear you well.
I said you're always smiling. You always there's a smile about you all the time.
I don't the world is already too overwhelming. Like get to see we get to see Shege every single day, to be
So right
sincere.
now,
And
nobody
I
should bring it to
think,
you at all.
do you get like I think the only positive thing I can do for myself is just to be happy. Like find little things and just be grateful and be happy for, to be sincere.
Trust me,
So
you're in
yeah,
the
that's
best
why I'm
place.
always smiling.
You're in the best place. Trust me, Auntie. How are you? I was going to say my partner in crime, but I'm not in this ship. This ship. You started sailing. I'm not there. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm okay.
You're good. You're
I think
good.
so.
Is it a Biko? Biko, leave me alone.
I think I'm good.
No, you look good. You look good,
Thank
and
you.
you've lost a bit of weight.
Yeah, I think I'm
The
just
coffee, the coffee thing.
no, no.
Okay, so tonight we're discussing, can your ex genuinely be friends with you? Can you and your ex be genuine friends? The same, no strings attached, no old firewood they catch
Hmm.
fire.
Hmm.
Chete, you have heard now, old firewood as it they catch fire. Once you don't put them for
Yes,
fire,
so
it must strike.
yes, so
So is it possible?
hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Do I
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah, yeah.
first?
Chete, go ahead, yes.
Okay, so to be sincere, when I heard that this was the topic, I was like, I'm in a bit of mixed feelings. You know me, I will stand on one place and I will be shouting, this is true, you can't know.
Uh-huh.
But when I heard this topic, I was like, this is a little bit of mixed feelings for me, right? And I was like, yes and no. Like, I'm in the middle, right? But one of the strong things that just came to my mind was boundaries. Like, this topic is about boundaries. That's just it, right? This topic is truly about boundaries. Whether it's yes or no, is about boundaries. So I'm in the middle. I'm hanging on a thread.
Chente, you can't hang on a thread with this one.
To
Oh.
be honest,
I'm hanging on a
I'm actually
thread,
hanging on
though.
the same thread. I same. Chain same here. Why? Because they're different reasons. Okay, and the different types of relationships too. So we can't just say yes. We can just say no because I think it's a bit broad. Okay, so this is what I would say. I would say yes and I'll say no, but let's look at it from the no perspective now. Okay. So you have a relationship, that is all beautiful and, amazing, and you have all these things about the relationship that you should do or do not do, like boundaries and so much more. There are conflicts, there are challenges, and then boom, it ends in a painful way, a very painful, breakup. It could be cheating, it could be even neglect so much they could just sweep you off your feet in so much pain. In that situation, I would say no, you cannot be friends because you need to, first of all, even if you're going to be friends in the future, you need time out of that place to heal. You cannot be friends with someone who has hurt you so much, and you need to relieve this situation so that you can help with the pain. You need to resolve the situation. You need to, fight for yourself. So you need time out completely from that environment. You need time out from that person and everything. If possible, change your phone number, change your address, stop picking up the calls. It doesn't mean that, this person is evil, this person is, you hate that person. It's more like you just say, listen, I need to heal. I need to take time, from this situation. So that kind of situation, there's no way you can be friends.
Okay, no. So I think you're not. So this is can exes be genuine friends?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. From this part that I'm saying no to, I'm saying you cannot be genuine friends here.
No, so it's not. It's so the truth is, it's not every ex. So where this is coming from is, you are in a relationship, and then you tell your boyfriend that your ex is your good friend. So we're asking, is it possible to be good friends, genuine friends with your ex,
Yeah. So I'm
and
saying
then
that.
there will be nothing?
So I'm saying that if you can't be friends with your ex, of course, if you had a bad experience.
No,
Now
no,
you
that-
can
that
be
can-
friends with your ex, of course, if the note in which you guys ended was good. That's what I was coming to. So you can be genuine friends with your ex if you ended on a good note. So it could be that the both of you just realized that, okay, you know what, I think we're better off being friends. Yeah, because sometimes you can just realize that, you see, yeah, I think what we're doing can hinder our friendship, because I see us more like, great buddies, when it comes to communicating and so much more. And then you guys say to yourself, you know what, let's end this whole sexual, relationship so we can keep what we have founded, so that can actually help, and you guys can become genuine friends. And again, there are different reasons why that can play, why it can be genuine friends, why people would want that. And I know the way you're coming from, in the sense of if your present partner would accept that, so we can always look at it with jealousy and so much more. But I want Chinte to add something to it so I don't push further.
Okay, so the truth is, this is more of, so regardless of how you broke up, we don't want to get into how you broke up. So if
Guys, I
can
can't hear you guys though.
Chinta, can you hear us?
Yeah, but it's very low.
Okay, so we're saying that regardless of how you broke up, yeah, some people end up really bad. Some people claim to be friends. So this particular conversation is, are you 100% just friends? Or you guys are friends with benefits?
So yes. When
This
it
is
comes to
this
that,
is
because
what this conversation is. Because the truth is,
yes,
you don't have to be friends with all your exes.
Of
Do you
course.
understand? You can just say hello. But when somebody comes and says, "Oh, my ex is my
How should you take it? More like
friend,"
it.
no, so my friend is my real. You understand? My genuine friend. Some people will be like, do you understand? They do something for corner. Do you understand? And why that is because these people already dated. They know everything about each other. Do you understand? You'll be shocked that the guy might not see any reason, might just one day just hit her on the bum because they've dated. Do you understand?
Yeah, there's a problem there then.
So the guy,
that's
so
the problem.
yeah, so because they're friends, like,
And that's not genuine friendship.
okay,
That's not genuine friendship, because there are no boundaries. Before
yeah,
we can
I
become
agree.
genuine friends, we have to have been able to sit down to talk about what this friendship would be like. So if, and again, you need to understand that it's two people now becoming friends. Has the other person stopped loving you? Or are you sure the person is not just, using friendship as a way to see if they can get back to you whenever, or maybe one day you get two or three more drinks than normal and you see an opportunity, and then, get you, into a place, a corner that you might
sometimes
not
both
like.
of them still love each other.
No, but sometimes one might not, which maybe the other person who's not I'm looking at it from your angle, who is now in a relationship. So that person might be done, while the other friend might not be done.
If both of them are actually in a relationship.
Okay, it could also be that way as well. But I'm just saying, if two of them have moved on, then perfect. That's a genuine friendship. And that hitting on the bum won't happen.
Yes,
But if they are not, that would happen. And then, of course, okay, now, sir, if there's, they call it emotional maturity, in the sense whereby I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you in this relationship. I love where it's headed. And I'm hoping that both of you would, get it together and get married. Both of you have that feeling for one another, in your endeavors, in your work. When we talk to each other, we talk about work, we talk about maybe if I have kids now or whatever it is, more about helping me in ways I need. And of course, you also need romantic clarity, in the sense whereby you're not waiting for an opportunity from whenever maybe I'm drunk. I know that even if I'm drunk one day, you hold me and take me home. You know what I mean? I'm not hoping on, maybe that I'm still feeling there's still jealousy. Maybe when I see you with your partner, I'm jealous. I'm secretly jealous, We both know that then if that is something that we are both aware of, then of course genuine friendship can flourish. But
Okay,
if
so
not,
I don't want to. I actually don't want to. There are different scenarios to this thing. But Chente, I want you to come in here. If two people have dated before and they had a very good relationship and something happened and they parted ways and each person got married and then they come back and there's this thing about them. There's a kind of relation that, oh, they're laughing, they're gisting, they're really very close, like really very close. Would you say that they can't be genuine friends because there are no boundaries?
So I feel like, right, I don't know how to answer this, right? I don't know how to like put an answer to this. But I think that friendship has to come with boundaries, even in the point where you guys love each other, right? You care each other, you are affectionate to towards each other, right? It also has to come with boundaries. So I don't know how to explain,
Chente,
except one party has not communicated it to another person.
Chente, wait. So what is your definition of boundaries, please?
Like, this is a line that you shouldn't cross. Like, this is a line. So, because there are a lot of scenarios where people have parted with. I mean, this person was not abusive to me. It's just that maybe we didn't align on a lot of things, right? You are ready for marriage, I'm not ready for marriage. We didn't align. So I have to go and look for somebody that is ready, right? Genuine, like this person did not abuse you. It's not like those toxic, relationships that you live and you never want to see this person, right? It's just that maybe it just ended platonically. Do you understand? And in that case, I think that if you guys are still going to remain as friends, there should be some certain boundaries, because it's not like there was something that made you people like, or something serious that you say you never want to see this person, you want to cut this person off from your life. In that scenario, if you guys want to stay as friends, I think that because that fire is still on, and the truth is that you never stop loving somebody. You never truly like say you stop loving this person. In one way or the other, you still care about this person. You care, maybe not in the way that you used to care before, but you still care about this person, right? And I think in those scenarios, if you guys want to still remain as friends, I think they should be. But there are things that you people should communicate to yourself for
Okay,
the
so
best. You understand?
Chente,
For
let me tell you
future
what I think here.
purposes.
Let me tell you what I think here. I
Okay.
think because we're having a conversation about it, we're a bit very rigid. Now, Chente, I'm going to ask you a straight question. We had a conversation here where we
I can't hear you clearly.
Did
I
you
don't
hear
know.
me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you
Okay,
better
so I
now.
said I'm going to ask you a direct question. We had a conversation
Okay.
here a few weeks ago where we asked if the opposite sex could have a male friend, and you were
Yes.
yes. You were like yes. Chente, with
Yes.
your female friends, don't you hug
Mm-hmm.
them? Don't you give them a cheek,
I
a peck on the cheek?
No, I don't, but I hug them, but I
Okay.
don't give them a peck on the cheek.
Okay. Why?
No, because that is so I wouldn't even want somebody to do that to me if we're not romantically involved. Do you understand? Like, there are some things that I would call as boundaries. You can't kiss me on the cheek. Do you understand? When we are not romantically involved, I don't see it as
Jess, do you
something
agree?
that a
that's
friend
who he says
would
he
do to
is.
me.
Okay,
Especially if it's
that's
an
you. Okay, so that's you. Jess,
yes.
do you agree?
Chick, no, I'm fine with chick. I'm
Because we're
from
fine with
Paris.
chick.
I'm from
Oh,
the country where
Okay.
we kiss on the cheek, so
Yeah,
it's
we kiss
fine.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
So
nothing.
Chente, you know what I was asking?
maybe because I'm not a physical touch person. I only
Yeah, that's you.
like physical touch from romantic partners. Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you know why I asked this question? Because I don't want us to be too stiff on this. I have seen
Okay.
people, because I have seen friends, like, forget if we didn't date. I have seen friends, you understand, hug each other, play
Yeah,
and
but
all
that's
that.
normal. I think
Yeah.
that's normal.
Do you understand? That's normal. So if we really say that, okay, we have moved on, we're friends, we can do those things as friends.
Yes, you can.
Yes, we can.
So
Yeah?
yes, yes. you can, right?
We can wait
But
now, wait,
what
but
if-
wait now. Let me change it. Let me finish. We can do those
Okay.
things as friends. And guess what? But because we have dated before, we just feel comfortable around each other. Don't get me wrong. We just feel very comfortable around each other. I know that I don't want to sleep with this person. This person knows I don't want to sleep with her, but we're just cool. Do you
So
understand?
now that is the thing, right? I think, right, when it comes to this place where maybe you guys are friends and something happens and a partner cheats, right? I think that you did not communicate this thing clearly, or one person did not know.
How? What do you mean?
Because so
A partner
what I mean
cheats.
is that
Okay, can I come in, please? Can I come in?
Okay.
Yes.
Chente. Okay, now let's look at it from this point, and I think that's where maybe. Okay, we're not friends, genuine friends, right?
Yeah.
We dated before. So the only way we can be friends is to now know that, which this is why I feel the boundaries is what he's talking about is maybe when I'm dressing up, you cannot just barge into the room anymore. You have to knock and wait for me to say, come in. You see all those little things? Maybe when I am drunk, that's not the time that you think you can just kiss me on
Okay.
my lips, You know those little things that we are now aware of.
Yeah, because you do not want to lure the other person.
Especially when we're now, like you said, we're now in relationships.
Yes.
So if you really are in a genuine relationship with me, you want my relationship to succeed.
Exactly.
So if you're going to do that, then that means you want me to lose what I have. So that's not genuine relationship anymore. It means that one person, and like I said earlier on, the both of you, okay,
need
one
to be
person
clear.
is always
More
still
interested in the other
yes, the other person still wants to wants any opportunity to get you in the other the other room. You know what I mean? The other person is always still telling you how I miss you. Those little times when they find the opportunity, they'll tell you, oh, I wish we had done this better. Because to be honest, I have an ex. That's
why you're on this show.
Oh, really?
We're having a conversation. 1 point something. You know that conversation we had last week?
Which one?
Yes.
The many conversations. 1.1. Anyway, so what's trying to say is I have okay, let's leave it. But I'm in that kind of situation, and I know that it would not work. There's no genuine friendship there. I'm thinking that we can be friends because of course this person is an amazing person, but no. I know that anytime I I misstep.
That's what I'm saying. When we were talking, I said, just send it. Like you that you're criminal. Are you forgetting? No, but my point
But
is.
I think that, right? I
Yeah.
think that in this conversation that we are having, right? I think that there are times where you would insist that you cannot be, even if that person is saying, we are not more romantically involved, let's be friends. I think that there are times where you would insist that we cannot be friends. That is the boundary, because you know that this person would still try to make advances no matter what.
And you're
no
not
matter
sure,
how much
and you're not
it's
sure
like-
of yourself as well. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Okay, so-
I think that in those scenarios, you say, I'm not doing.
Okay. But Chente, somebody just sent a message and said, Chente, please, French culture, go finish you with cheek. Go finish your cheek with kiss. Kiss on the cheek is nothing, please. So it's not a big deal.
So yes, as I was saying, I think it's like a me thing.
To
I
him.
don't like physical touch
Yeah,
when it
touch.
comes to
Yeah.
somebody that is not romantic with me. Like I only want somebody that
Somebody,
When I was-
they grab you.
Actually, when I was growing up,
my body.
I'm saying that because when I was growing up, someone, you can't just hug me on my waist. You can't. Like I would,
Yeah.
you literally, I would be scared and I would, it just wasn't me. I had to learn that it was okay. You know what I mean? Because I had learned growing up that if you hugged me on my waist, I would become pregnant. So that's why, I was very afraid.
And you didn't want to get pregnant. Guys, still in your eye. Okay, so in all honesty, if you ask my opinion, I think you can be genuine friends with your ex.
But of course you can.
Yes.
Yeah, but like I said,
Chente, trust me, I think you can. So that's where maturity and self-discipline and awareness comes in. Because I won't be in a relationship I don't want to be in. First things first. So if I'm with someone, that's because I want to be in that relationship. I'm not managing. So I didn't go into a relationship because I'm trying to survive.
Yeah.
So I'm there because I want to be there. So if you are my ex, I left you for a reason. Or we parted ways for a reason. So nothing, do you understand, will make me even think of wanting to sleep with you. Not even by mistake. Do you understand? And then the truth is, if for any reason, okay, we get drunk and blah, 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 I won't even find myself in that situation.
That is what I'm saying.
And that's what
What
I'm
if the
saying.
other
So
person
you,
has ulterior
yes,
intention?
so you have obviously put a boundary between the both of you that you will not
Exactly,
find
on
yourself in that
yourself. But what if the
situation
other person
because you're not sure
hasn't?
of the other person.
So I'm not saying listen, I'm not
Yes.
saying I'm sure. Listen, well, nobody is saying we're sure, but to me, I can have a genuine relationship with you. So whatever you're
Yes,
thinking in your
yeah.
head is your business.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can have.
Yes,
But-
I
yeah.
can have
but-
it. So whatever you're
But
thinking in
genuine
your head,
relationship has to go 2 ways.
No,
yeah,
Chente,
to
no.
be honest, though, both ways. Because the person would, one way or the
Chente,
other,
you know what?
tarnish your
The
The
both
person, you
relationship.
never know what, Chente, you never know what is in anybody's mind
To be
until
honest.
you never know
Even
what's
as,
in
even
anybody.
as friends.
Yes, even as
normal
friends.
Well,
yeah.
You never know.
True,
You
Chente.
never know. I can tell you something else, and it's all lies.
Yeah, it's true.
So you never know,
I
honestly.
understand.
Yes, you
can
never
never
know.
really know.
But you know, you would never know, but you would know by other things. You would know by actions. You would know when you see that this person. See, when you see someone that doesn't is not looking for that genuine friendship, you would know by
He's
their
looking for
actions, by
something.
their
Chente,
words. You
trust
would
me.
know.
You
It
can't
would
judge.
show
So,
you. You
Chente
would
would
know.
know. Chente, let me tell you, I don't agree with you. You know why, Jacinta? Let me say why. That
Okay?
one person does this thing because he wants something, and the other person is doing it. The person might not want anything. We have all experienced those things. Do you understand? You would know two people, Chente, that Mr. A or Lady A is doing something because they want something from you. Trust me, you will meet another Mr. A or Lady B who is doing exactly the same thing because they genuinely like you.
And they don't
They're
want
not-
anything
and they don't
from
want
you.
anything.
And then you misinterpret
And
it.
then you will start to
think
misinterpret
that,
because
yeah,
you, Mr. A did it and you feel the person want. No.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And there are people that genuinely like you. Seriously. There are
True.
people who genuinely like you and they are doing things because they appreciate the fact that you're friends with them.
Yeah.
It happens. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that if they have the opportunity to sleep with you, if that opportunity comes, they will not take advantage of it. It doesn't mean that. But guess what? You're not going to be raped. They will still ask you, is this something you want to do? So you
When
still
you're
have
drunk?
No, not when you're drunk now. No, not when you're
Just
drunk.
joking.
Do you understand? Not when you're drunk. So I don't think, in all honesty, I think with what's going on now, except a person who is not sure of what of themselves.
Okay, let's also say another thing.
Yeah?
Don't also forget, you're just talking about yourself. You're sure of yourself. What about your partner? Would you consider your
Exactly.
partner? You know that nothing will happen, of course, right?
So we're
But
not
now-
discussing partners here.
Okay,
because
just
the truth
you
is,
now.
just you're not discussing your partner because the truth is, most partners will not want you to be friends with your ex. Naturally.
Yeah.
Except, you understand, you guys get to a point where, everybody's like, you're not they interested. But naturally, no partner will want you to be friends with your ex. Just naturally. Nobody wants it. So it's not even like the partner will tell you
Sometimes
straight no.
No, but sometimes they'll have to accommodate it,
Yes.
depending.
So that
yeah.
you're saying hello and hi, but not to the point where you guys are now best of friends.
No, some actually do accommodate it, even if you're both best of friends. They do. They don't like tell you I don't like you, but what can I do? And so far so good. Nothing has happened in a way whereby it's threatening my relationship.
But guess what? If your partner has said they don't like it, and then tomorrow there's a story popping up, do you understand? It will not be good.
No, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't like it. You're not there for him to like everything that you do. You know what I mean? So fine, there's a story.
No, but
that
you were the
pops
one
up.
who was saying that you have to consider your partner.
No, but that's what I said. I was looking at it from the point of you saying that you know yourself, right? That you know that there's nothing going to happen. And I said, let's look at it from the partner's
Yeah, but that's why I said the
perspective.
partner would never want you to have anything with your ex. Naturally.
Yes.
You understand?
Then we moved on to say that.
Yeah, so but
he
at the
couldn't,
same time, he doesn't even have a right.
Yes, to tell you who to be friends with and who not to be friends with, to be honest. If it's not
Very
directly
true.
affecting your relationship.
But
Unless there's a
we
reason.
really don't know if it would affect or not.
No, I'm saying unless there's now a reason that it's now, looking like it's threatening your relationship, then of course, then you have to look into it and of course sever that
Well, you know
relationship.
that there are people that are generally insecure, like whether is
Change and
affecting us, but they
insecurity.
don't just feel like
Okay,
it.
so what of if you have kids with your ex?
Uh,
Hmm.
I would say,
Hmm.
let me speak.
Hmm.
I would say that you should be friends with your ex, the ones you have kids with. You know, it's not about you now. It's about the children. It's about your kids. You don't have to talk to them every day. You don't have to see them. But you know, when you have a relation, when you get to communicate with them on, could be something about the children or whatever, because your kids are actually watching. They're looking at you. They want to know the relationship you have with your dad, you know, with your mom. So I would say that you have to be friends. If there's an opportunity to be friends with your ex, with your baby daddy or your baby mama, you should be. I think it's better than conflict and all the fighting. It just helps with, you know, co-parenting and all of that.
Okay, so I actually saw a movie where this couple, they were married, but for some reason it wasn't working. And then they had a conversation that it wasn't working, and they parted ways. And the guy had already found somebody he wanted to be with, so he went and he was with that person, and then they have a child. I think they had 2 kids together or something. But guess what? He saw someone. I was like, I have someone that you would really like, and introduced the person to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And they all became friends. So they used to they would hang out, they would do everything together
Like my ex and I, we literally talk about the most silliest things that you would never believe.
Exactly.
Like we talk about even, who he's with.
because you guys are comfortable with each
Yes,
other.
because we're comfortable with each other. But let me not push on.
I know what you want to say.
Let me not push on. But we
Yeah.
have such amazing relationship, such amazing relationship, and it
Yes,
to be
can I
honest
ask
with you,
you
yeah,
something?
it didn't start. Yes, please go ahead.
And Jacinta, I know your ex.
Do I want to
Jacinta,
ask? Okay,
stop.
okay.
I want to say before you say
stop.
before
Let
you
me
say
ask
something.
you,
Change
don't
it.
He
worry.
still
Ask.
thinks you're sexy. He still thinks you're hot. He still thinks your ex still thinks you're hot. I'm like, you know what?
Do you get like
Exactly.
if you were given a chance?
Oh no, if he was given a chance, oh no. He even wants a chance.
Stop! What are you doing? You're on. What is wrong with you? Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Chente, what were you
Chente,
saying?
what was the question, please? Oh my god! You guys put me on the hot seat.
So
That's
that
not
was
fair.
the question I wanted to ask. Like, you're comfortable with him, So I'm like,
So the
let's
level of our
say,
friendship is mostly on the phone. We keep it on the phone most of the time. So that's So when we see it, we can't be in closed spaces.
Why?
Why? Because I don't know. I don't think we.
so that's the boundary, right?
Yes, that's a boundary. Because I think we still have this, affection, this sexual tension
That boundary is
towards
one-sided,
us.
please.
No, but to be honest with you, we just like now, like now it's on the phone. Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. We keep it there. We don't take it anywhere else. That's it, and that's the boundary.
You don't take it anywhere.
Yes, because then, but I don't
Very
forget the
true.
woman always have the upper hand.
Jacinta, you don't take it anywhere. You don't take it anywhere aside from the phone. Because the truth is, if you tell him, oh, let's
If you give him
chap,
an
chap,
opportunity to take
chap,
it
chap,
somewhere,
Chente, chap, not be sharp, chap,
What is wrong
chap.
with you? Like, Franco, why are you like
oh
this?
my god,
JT, so you're siding on with her now, yeah?
yes, I am.
Exactly. Do you understand? But guess what? But that's a good story because you understand they're very good friends, and like forever she's still hot. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Wherever as far as he's concerned, she's still hot, and trust me, he doesn't mind having 2, 3. Do you understand?
Oh God,
I see.
Franca,
He doesn't mind
this is
having
your
2,
story, not mine.
He doesn't mind having 2,
Oh
3
my
and all that.
goodness.
So, but you see, they're just comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
And guess what? I even talk about my relationship.
Exactly.
I talk about my sex life even.
Exactly.
You know, we say all sorts of things that you can't believe it. Like,
I know. I believe it.
so we say all sorts of things. Like he would maybe even like yab me. You know the way they just like
You
you
do
say
that.
and like, you know what I mean? Like he would even say things that are so. I'm like, how can you say that to me? So go away. You know what I mean? There's nothing spiteful about anything. Nothing at all.
Because you guys are friends.
Yes, but guess what? We didn't just get
No,
here.
so
We didn't just get here.
exactly. See
We
what I
didn't
want to
just get here,
say.
to be honest. We
See what I
fought.
want to say.
We fought.
Jacinta is comfortable with him because of there's a boundary that she has set in her mind, right? There's a place that she has said she's not gonna cross. But if mistakenly that If mistakenly she drops that boundary, it's not going to
If
be
she
any
drinks
friendship.
champagne,
Do
Gente,
you understand?
if
If
she
she
takes 2
mistakenly
glasses
drops
of
that
Oh
champagne,
my
boundary,
God.
Gente, let me
Branca.
tell you, if she takes 2
Branca.
glasses of champagne,
Branca.
see you tomorrow.
Oh my God, I'm having a fever right now. I'm on the hot seat. I'm sweaty. You don't even understand.
Okay, so but guess what?
Oh
From
my
what she
God.
said, from what Jacinta just said, you just realize that sometimes, because the truth is, the honest truth is, they are the only people you can say certain things to.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
truth.
Yeah. You know,
yeah,
They're the only things
Like
you can
you're-
say, because you say it to someone else who is just your friend. The person thinks this person hitting on me or something.
yeah.
You know. So yes, you could actually have a real friendship with, you understand, your ex, but again, you have to be intentional. You know, you're like,
Exactly.
because the truth is, whether you like it or not, that person is trying to either get back or trying to even try to see if you still have that thing. You know, he or she still has
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
Everybody is trying. See, just let me tell you the truth. When you have conversations with your ex, you're still trying to poke to see, does he still like me like that?
Yeah.
It's just natural. You
I don't
understand?
think it's for everybody though.
No, but
It's
some you already know
for
it. But you know
friends.
some already. You know that they do like you.
Do you understand?
You already
No, but,
know that.
but you know that feeling of, make I see waiting.
No, unless maybe she's not showing it anymore. But when you know that they do, then you make sure you tame them, keep them at bay at all times, because you know that this any little thing, you know, it's no more just friendship anymore. So you do know, unless the ones that you don't know anymore, maybe they think that they're now in love with one other woman, and they're
No, but
saying,
sometimes even when you're having your conversations with you're having those conversations, and you're going like, you're going like, I beg you, you know that conversation, like, you're different. With us it was like this. Those kind of conversations would always come up.
yeah, but then you don't allow it. That's what I'm
If
saying.
it's not affecting your relationship.
No, what I mean is, like you see. So wait, when those sort of talk when they come in, they're not good for friendship. They're not good to keep the friendship, because it starts to reel up a lot of emotional pain and also emotional the good times. It's not always great to always have those conversations where it tries to take you back to when we were. No, I think everyone should avoid that. If you want to be very good friends with your ex, avoid all those things that says, oh, when we used to. Even when it starts, just don't do that unless you won't be friends, because when you hang up the phone, you just get into this, you become sober.
Why?
And because you would remember, and you might bring up some, babe, let me tell you, there's no relationship, to be honest, let's say, that didn't end painfully. It depends on the measure of the pain. Yeah, let's be honest. Even if it's someone that you thought that being friends is the best way forward, let's just forget about it. But you still wanted something in that relationship. You still wanted it to go some way. Maybe you envision the person as the father of your children and their life together. Something was there. You were romantically involved.
They play. They don't get some people.
No, 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 no. But now you're saying something differently.
No, but
Playing
no,
and
but
relationship is two
but
different
people are
things.
actually in relationship.
If you're in
but they know that-
situationship, no, then that's a different kind of relationship now.
But that's it. But see, so we can't define people's relationship. Or sure,
Okay, so now let's say if you were in a relationship that had some sort of love or affection
So I think
that was
those things
genuine.
happen when you're much older and you're thinking about you're now you can't get sense. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay,
You're
because
now
when you're younger,
intentional.
it's more.
When you're
love
younger,
and you're not thinking
you're not
anymore.
thinking. You're just
Yeah.
you're just there. Oh, he did this to me. Oh, but I got a different. So you don't hold those things.
When you're younger.
Yes, you don't hold them to heart, because like.
Franca, but it's when you're younger that's when things hurt you even more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But guess what? You're just dating. You don't even know whether you can marry him or not.
There's nothing about marriage. It's just the fact that you have trust. You have
What trust?
You trust the person. The person has your back. You know what I mean? This is my guy. I love him so much. That's all you think about. I love.
Listen, see, let me tell you.
It's
the
even
truth.
when you're younger.
As you even
it
grow, but
hurts
guess what?
more.
Even if you grow older, you
Then-
now realize that
Yeah, you get better.
those things are not. So you can imagine somebody you dated in year 1. You understand? And you're talking to the person.
Now.
You're talking to the person. We can start talking now.
No.
And I'll hold it.
No, not those type. You still want to be friends with people in year 1?
You don't, no, but guess what? Everybody has grown. They
Yeah,
might
but
even
no-
be doing
Yeah.
well, because
No.
you're not dating your age mate in year 1.
You know, this your age went to year one.
Yeah, because maybe the
some
person's
people
in
did.
final year. Don't you get my point? I'm just trying to
Okay.
say, yes, it might
Okay.
just be the person might be doing very well right now because people have grown. The person is not still that year one boy now. Instead, don't grow, don't marry, don't mature.
Okay, so now I see that we're looking at this thing, this whole ex relationship in different
Different
dimensions.
dimensions,
Okay,
yes.
because that's a totally different thing.
Yeah,
and again, you
because-
don't have children with him. Because
So-
you won't have children with such a person.
No, but guess what? No. So somebody you dated in year one, maybe you liked the person, much younger, you 21 or thereabout. Okay, no, year one, 18, 19, you dated that person. And then you guys parted ways.
You had a child.
No child, nothing.
Okay, yeah, but I was just saying that having a child and not having a child, they're two different ways you look
Yeah,
at them
no,
anyway.
at 19, 20, you don't have, as in baby man, when you don't mature.
To me, there's nothing too serious.
There's nothing
in
too
that.
serious in that,
No,
you
no,
understand?
No. I was looking at it from the point
No.
of you having a child with the person.
No, so if you have a child with the person, if you have a child person, then you have to be friends with that person. There's no.
So
you
I was looking at
understand?
saying that you don't bring up what happened. That's what I was trying to say. If
Okay, that's
you have
relating if you had a child with the person.
Yes, if you're now friends, there's no need trying to play back, what happened in the relationship or trying to bring up anything. Just try not to do that because it will open, kind of worms or just even the good times alone can make you just feel sad for a moment. So just try to
Well,
avoid
that
all
also,
of
let's
that.
go on a break, but that also depends on how, because if it's the lady that broke up with the guy because she didn't want to be in that relationship.
Yeah, but still you guys had something at some point,
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
you were the one who said you didn't want to be in
Yeah,
that
but then you
relationship.
said it, but you might have changed your mind afterwards. You've not seen when people change their mind. Maybe he now gets married to another woman, now you want him
Eh,
back.
but that's on you, it's not the guy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But it's
So let's
still
quickly go
there.
on the break.
Okay.
Tuned. Heartlines would be right back.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Reda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m. So engage with us.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, so please know that you can call us you can share your story via our WhatsApp number 08190384663 or call in to join the conversation on 0702500779 or 0701424220. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. Chente. Hello, Chente, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
Chente,
yes.
so from your own experience, do you have any ex that you don't talk to, that you don't want to talk to, or that you wish you get talking to or something?
I've never been in a relationship before.
What?
Chente, are you a virgin?
Don't do that.
No.
Chente.
Way.
Chente.
Chente. Oh my God, we need
I'm
to have
being
a-
sincere here. Oh. Please
Chente.
don't make it about me, please.
Chente.
Okay, so have you been in a situationship? No, don't put
Okay,
him
have
on
you
the hot
been in a
seat.
situationship?
No. I'm.
You're what? No, say it
I
now.
think this is a personal conversation. I don't want to broadcast it on national TV.
Chente is a virgin.
No,
If you know, say
please.
if you're a girl where you need virgin, please call me. I'll hook you up to Chente.
Really?
Chente,
Oh,
so
wow.
you never,
Wow.
Yeah, never.
Chente, you never,
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing though. No, to be honest, that's
Chente has never,
yeah.
Chente has never.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's
Really?
why he doesn't like to touch.
Yeah. Now I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I see why you don't like the extra
Because
gestures.
everything feel poor.
Anyway, so he said,
Chente, so if they tickle you, what happens?
Oh my God, it's
Ah.
Franca, stop.
My sugar is plenty. Oh.
Ah,
Sugar is plenty. Totori.
oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So, but Chinte, is it because you have never loved somebody or you've never liked somebody or what?
No,
What
I
is it?
have loved people, right?
Okay.
I have loved people, like, so love is different for me, right? I don't know how to explain it, but
Anyhow, just explain it.
so love is quite different for me, right? I may not have experienced something romantic, right? But I have experienced love on different levels, right? I think, in fact, most of the times I want to say that I don't think I can ever do with my friends, like do without my friends, because those are the people that have truly shown me what love looks like, right? But romantically, no, I
Are you,
haven't.
so, Chinte, are you scared?
Yeah?
Are you
No,
scared
I'm
of
not
being
scared. No, so no. I'm not scared. I'm not scared
Is it
of
that you're
love. I'm
looking
not
for? So
scared
no,
of...
because let me tell you the truth, Chinte. So is it possible that because you're in this space and you seem to have an idea of what an ideal relationship should feel or look like, is making you very careful? You don't
No,
think so?
it's not that.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, or maybe I don't want to explain it here, but
Okay.
it's more of I'm wired differently, kind
Okay.
of. Yeah. So romantic love is not something that
You don't
I
want to
don't
get.
know whether
You don't
I
want to
want
get
to
hot.
experience.
You don't want to get
Romantic
hot.
love
You
is
don't
not
want to
something that I don't know whether I like. I don't think that I want to experience. So yeah.
Okay.
If it was Chinte that was talking,
But
I
I'm
would say,
surrounded by love, actually.
if
I
it's
am,
Chinte,
like, I have
if I was the
friends
one that
who
said,
love
Chinte would say,
me.
I'm traumatized. He's very quick to say that. Say, Franca, there's trauma. There's
Well,
trauma.
yeah, Chente, if someone has said this, would you say that the person is traumatized?
As a counselor.
Yeah. Would you
So I
start
want to
asking?
explore why, right? I want to explore why. I want to explore, is it that you've had it before or it didn't go well? Do you understand? Like, I want to explore why, right? I also want to explore what does the spectrum look like? Is this person asexual, or is this person, like, there are a lot of things that I want to explore. I don't just want to jump to the trauma parts. Yeah,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I get it. So, Chinte, so when we're talking about relationship, you don't know what we're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
How? You've not experienced
I'm very
it.
well certain of what you're talking about.
No, but you have not
because
experienced it.
you don't have to be in a relationship to know
Oh,
about
Chinte,
love,
you should
about
know. If you have
commitment,
not,
about
if you have not
relationship.
come in your life, you
Oh
can't
my
discuss
God.
coming.
Ah!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I need to
Chinte.
hide. I need to hide. Like, where did I find you?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Franca, stop. Do you want people to wank on our show?
On Fridays, yes. Why not? But Chinte, so what we're saying, okay, so why I asked that question is, if really you understand, I wanted to get from your own point of view how you would feel if you had someone you've dated before and you guys are not able to be friends. I wanted to get your perspective from that. That's why I asked if you had been in a relationship and how your relationship, you understand, happened, what happened after your relationship. But apparently you've not been in a relationship. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, you understand. So, but basically, yes. So now I get why you're saying yes, no, because I have been in relationships and I think you can actually have genuine friendship, you understand, with your ex. Jess also thinks the same way, but there's a
There's
but.
still a no, yeah.
Yeah.
I still stand on yes and no.
Yes.
Depending on
on
the relationship, how it
relationship.
ended, where you guys are, your relationship after the
No, Jacinta, no, it
relationship.
doesn't affect.
Do you have kids together? So these
Okay.
are the different dynamics I'm going to look at it from. You know what I mean? So I would say, of course, yes, if it's a genuine relationship where both of you are mature, emotionally mature, where you're also romantically clear, you have boundaries, of course, why not? Because if if jealousy is going to ruin my relationship, I won't advise, I won't be friends with my ex.
No, but Jacinta, you don't. So you're not getting what we're talking about. Can your ex can ex have genuine relationships?
Yes, they can.
They can.
Yeah,
That's the
they can.
question.
Okay,
Yes.
so it doesn't
it doesn't matter how you ended,
okay.
because it's not every ex that has to be friends. But those people who actually want to be friends,
Yes, they
they
can.
actually? So that's
course,
a
yeah,
yes.
they can.
Yes. So that's a yes.
They can be friends.
They
if
can be
boundaries
genuine friends.
are actually put in place. There has to be
They'll
boundaries.
walk around it,
I
but
agree.
yes, they can be genuine.
Yes.
They can be genuine
Yes.
friends.
Yes,
So
they
Chente,
can
are
be.
you still saying yes and no, or you're saying yes right now?
So I agree, right? There is a yes, right? There is a
Yes.
yes. But I think when we delved into it, I was just trying to say that there is a yes, but the yes has to be like maybe if the two parties are certain that we want this to be genuine
Oh yeah,
friendship.
like you said, Chente, for every relationship there has to be boundaries.
Yes.
Even siblings.
Normal, yeah.
Yes.
Naturally, workers, colleagues, acquaintances, you have to have boundaries. So for every
Yes.
relationship, you need to have boundaries. So, but when you say, can they be genuine friends? Oh yes, they can be genuine friends.
they
But
can.
guess
Yes,
what?
yes.
The fact that they are genuine friends doesn't mean that a mistake cannot happen.
That's the
Yes.
thing now. You see, that's why we're hanging on,
No, but guess what?
in the middle.
So initially, so let me tell
now,
you the truth.
where's the balance?
So Jacinta, so this is it. Both of you, it's very possible for both of you not to even have anything in mind.
Yes.
It's very possible.
Yes.
You guys are genuine
I
friends. Do
agree.
you understand? But for some reason, you know the way the devil, they always put you on the devil. The way the devil works is that something will just happen.
To trigger some
And it
sort of
will
emotion.
trigger something,
and
an
before you know
emotion.
So
it,
it's to remove that genuine.
That
I think
all
we should
boundaries
define what
to
that
sweep it
genuine
away.
is.
No. They are actually genuine friends. Do you
Well, I know
understand?
she's saying, so they're genuine friends all along.
All
but
along.
something can just happen.
But something can just
and they might just
happen.
find, solace in one another.
one another.
Before you know it, they're running
Before
out
you
of
know
the
it,
room the next morning.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
then
so
after,
what do you call
but
that?
guess
Do
what?
you-
And the next day, you guys are regretting whatever it is you guys did.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then that can then
And
now.
so after that, do you still call it genuine
No,
friends after
no.
that? After
See,
something happened?
so let me tell you whether it is you guys were actually friends. That something happened, you guys will talk about it
That's
and
your
decide
business.
that's your
If
business.
you decide to part ways,
If you decide to
fine.
part ways,
but
fine.
At that point, when
But
you guys were friends, you were genuine.
You were genuine friends.
Yeah,
I see.
I agree.
Yes.
There can be genuine friends.
They can be
I
genuine
see.
friends, yes.
But it comes with a lot of risk.
It comes with it. I like the way you hammered risk.
Yes.
It comes with a lot of
Risk,
risk
yeah,
because
so much.
anything can happen.
Yeah.
I
When I
see.
feel just day one place, now rain begin fall.
Or some sort of music comes
Music.
on. And maybe it's
And it
your
was the
music.
music that you guys were playing with.
Maybe it's your music. I just remind
know,
you guys of everything. You know what I
And
mean?
then you just are like,
Yeah.
oh no. And yeah, this is the first time I kissed
Yes. And then before you know, you want to try it again.
you.
And then before you know what's
Yeah.
going on, you guys are booking a room at the George. You're not going home.
You're not
Your
going
partners are
home.
calling
You're not-
you. Your partner, and then you turn your phone upside down, and your partner is wondering.
Oh no. But so at that, so I love what Jacinta just said, but Jacinta, at that point, where does your partner come in?
They come in nowhere.
They come in nowhere.
Because you're lost in the previous. Yeah, because you're completely gone. You turn your phone upside down.
Self-control?
Yeah, forget about self-control. Discipline goes out the door.
Okay.
That's the problem. That's why people are not friends with their ex.
Ex.
Because to you, you're not thinking about the consequences. You're not
At
thinking
that
about
point
next.
in
You're not
time.
thinking about anything. You're
And
thinking about tomorrow.
especially if you guys are not married.
even if you're married,
Omo,
yes.
if you
No, forget about it.
Wait, Jacinta, wait
When if you can get to that point where something triggers you, it's a trigger. And you're just a response. You must actualize the response, like you told Chente before. You have to.
What did I tell Chente?
You tell me. You said he has not something before. If he had done it, he has not done it because if he had done it, he can talk. So all you're thinking about is to, if you until you get there, then you start thinking, oh my God, what have I done?
And
Oh my God, what have I
guess
done?
Jacinta,
That's the thing. That's the
did you see
realization.
the Rottweiler conversation we had? So you can imagine if you understand that's now a scenario where no,
Get lost. What is wrong with you?
so imagine
Franca, leave me alone. Leave me alone, Franca.
okay, so but yeah, so Chete, a lot can happen, you understand? Because
Yeah.
when they don't play that music, you begin to remember some kind of things. We say, then when we have people like Uwa in the house, screamers
Maybe-
and scream. You know when we have people like maybe like what? Oh, yeah, talk.
No, just maybe Adele, Celine Dion, something you know, or Boys to Men, anything. It could be
Anything.
anything that you can just spark that, you know, whatever you think that wasn't there anymore. And then before you see yourself, you know, with your legs like, oh, you said like, ooh,
Don't scream. Is it like you should? Ah, man.
Franca.
Ah, man. So, but guess what? You know, yes, it can happen.
Yeah, of course.
It can happen, but it doesn't mean you guys can't be genuine friends. You can actually be genuine friends and something triggers. But again, like I said, I don't think there's anybody that, you understand, is in a relationship. Okay, so thinking about it now, Jess, if you're in a relationship where you're not happy, that's a problem.
Yes. So the problem is if you have a genuine friend and then that's your ex again. If
And
you
that
have
he was
genuine
good.
friendship and that's your ex, oh my God, that would be your, what's it called now? You're not happy. So you obviously find that thing you don't see in your partner.
But
you
you
look-
see
you
it
see
there.
it there.
So you find out that.
So you then say, okay, he can't give me this and give me that. Okay, let my friend do the other.
But so have
give me
you
what
have
I
you had
don't have.
scenarios where you're in a relationship and then your ex is your friend, and then you now begin to understand that your ex was actually good at the time you guys were dating?
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
And then you find that you're leaving where you are right now to go be with your ex because you have tasted.
Oh
and
yeah,
you-
it happens.
yeah,
to a lot
it
of
happens a
people.
lot.
I know. You know what it is when women behave like that or men is because they are looking for what they're married or what their partner cannot give them. Because let's be honest with you, in every marriage, your partner cannot give you everything. They can't. They might give you 80, but there's 20 left, and they go find it
Somewhere
with
else.
somewhere else. It could just be companionship, it could just be friendship, it could just be hanging out, it could be anything. It
Yeah.
could be sex, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's always something left, and they go find it with someone else. It could be with their boys, it could be with their colleagues, it could be anything.
Yeah.
And then imagine your ex now has it. That ex that is your friend.
Friend now has it.
Oh, come on, man. It might even be the friendship, the laughter, the joy, just enjoying each other's presence. But don't let it be that thing people do in the other room.
If not,
If not, then you might just be having your first and second child be someone else's.
oh yeah. So I heard a story where we don't have time, but I heard a story where some children said they wanted to go check up. I think I sent you that message where
DNA.
Yes.
I sent it to you
DNA.
guys. The children said they wanted to go check their DNA and they found out that their dad didn't father the three of them. It was just the last one that was the dad's child. And I think they confronted their mom and their mom said that she had the three of them for the love of her life.
Yes, her ex.
Her ex. So she was married
And was friends with her
and
ex.
she was friends with her
Yeah.
ex and the first three children for her ex.
Yeah.
But Chente,
Yeah,
we have less than 1 minute. Chente, you want to say something?
So yes, you can be friends with your ex, but set boundaries. That's just what I want to say.
Chente, I'm going to
Set
get you a
healthy
girlfriend. That's my mission.
boundaries. What is it?
Mission. Chente, I'm on a mission. I'm going to get you a girlfriend.
No. Please don't do that. Please. Please don't do that.
Yes, you want to say something?
Oh yeah. So I'll just say that if it's necessary, be friends with your ex. If you can, because why not? I always preach peace. Instead of being at war with one
Love and
another,
trust.
especially if you have children. Yes, find a way. Just find a way. However, to be friends with them,
Okay.
even if from a distance.
Okay, so please know that you don't have to bear your burdens alone. Our free counseling are still on, so you could just send us an email on counsel@vedaconsult.com, and then we'll get somebody, reach out to you to sort out whatever it is you're going through. See you tomorrow.